My name is Corey. I am a chief of staff for a CPA and accounting firm, and I am also a real estate agent in the state of New Jersey. I have had many different lives over the course of my professional career. I've been in public relations, I have been a chef, which is kind of why I'm here today. And in 2017, I had found the ultimate job. It was a day job. I was doing breakfast and lunch at this wonderful place right around the corner from where I lived. We were entering a busy lunch service, and I was moving very quickly in kitchens. Everything is very sharp. It's very hot. So you have to be careful at all times. You have to be aware at all times of what you're doing. And unfortunately, I was opening a can of tuna, and I thought I had it completely open. I went to pull it open with my hand, and I severed four tendons in two of my fingers in my dominant hand. So I immediately knew that something was wrong. I could not move them at all. I applied pressure. Unfortunately, there was a lot of blood, and I sat down. One of my coworkers ended up driving me to the emergency room, where they told me that I had severed four flexor tendons and almost a fifth in another finger. I was very fortunate that it didn't hit another finger. But I think pain is an important thing to feel in general. If you touch something, I always joke that I have asbestos fingers, and that's partially from being a chef because you just become desensitized. You're touching hot
Right.
things all the time. There was a point where I could take stuff out of the oven with my hand and not feel it at all. I mean, it's kind of scary. And so it's that, and then you want to touch something hot and have that reaction, and I don't have that as much in these two fingers. So it's, and frankly, in the rest of my hand, because everywhere, along where incisions were made, nerves were cut, things were impacted, and it doesn't feel the way a normal hand would feel.
But I would encourage like anybody who's going through these types of things to find the team
Yeah.
that works best for you because it's really the most important thing. There are many, many skilled surgeons. There are many excellent occupational hand therapists, any kind of therapist out there. It's just who's going to get the most out of you in those times and who's going to give you what you need from that is I that's what I think is the most important thing when you're
Yeah.
going through something like this. Just was able to work on us but still lift us up and encourage us. She let you cry. I mean, she let you curse at her. She did not care. But that's also probably an important point when you're searching for someone who's going to be a caregiver in that way. You need somebody who you can trust and who's going to do the job and do it right. And so luckily we were able to serial cast my fingers far enough straight, so much so that when I went to my third and final doctor, I was pretty much ready to go. And he had said to me, "Are you happy with who you're using for therapy?" And
Hmm.
I said, "Yes, absolutely. Like that's don't even try to change that." And having a lot of people don't have a partner or parents or relatives,
Yeah.
around them. And that's a big part of it too. To go through that is a very isolating experience because nobody really understands, how painful it is. Nobody really understands the mental anguish that you're going through, the the questioning and uncertainty about your entire life and how you're going to provide for yourself and all the things that go into that. So having people who, even if they're just there to listen when you're
Right.
upset, or if they're just there physically, next to you so that you're not alone, that makes a huge difference. I'm not sure how all that would have gone if I'd been completely by myself.